because of that, one thing led to another, and I found myself homeless. YouTube, what is up? Welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Aaliyah J. I am an entrepreneur and aspiring lifestyle vlogger, and today I am bringing you my first ever story time. So if you like what you see here, consider joining the family and hit that subscribe button down the bottom, and don't forget the notification bell so that you can be notified of every video that I put up. I want to share with you today how I got this beautiful apartment that I live in now. It's been long awaited. I know people have been asking me about this and they want to see where I'm living. I'm going to do this in two parts. I'm going to do the empty apartment tour, and then I'm going to do the fully furnished tour. Fully furnished tour is not quite ready yet. This house is so beautiful. I've still got a lot of stuff to unpack, a lot of boxes to unpack. So once that's done, I will consider doing part 2 of this video, but without further ado, let's jump into part 1. I'm going to let you know just how good God has been and how He blessed me with this beautiful home. So yeah, let's go. Okay, so the reason why this story is so special to me is because back in 2018, I had gone through a bit of a personal crisis, and because of that, one thing led to another, and I found myself homeless. And when I say homeless, I was living in my car, I was living in hostels, I was sofa surfing, and it was such a difficult yet humbling experience. And so when just living here is it's absolutely amazing, and it's just testament to just how faithful God is and how faithful God has been throughout my life. And I didn't know even in that season that He was preparing me for the season that I'm currently in now. I know that in that God used that situation to really prepare me for where I am now. I don't believe that God would allow us I don't believe that God would put us in those situations, but He will allow certain situations to happen to build our character, and that was definitely one of them. And so, you know, I'd gone through homelessness in 2018. Then 2019, I actually graduated from university, and I was able to secure a job through that, as well as working as an entrepreneur. And you know, I'm still working on actually becoming a full-time entrepreneur. So whilst all of that was happening in 2019, I was working, and then 2020 comes along and bam, pandemic. And because of the pandemic, I actually lost my job because of funding and things like that. I lost my job. So thankfully, I still had my entrepreneurship to keep me going, and I was able to be furloughed as well, thank God. But it was a very difficult season, and I guess that's what just makes this testimony, this story, just so surreal. So in the middle of a pandemic, I've lost my job, I'm trying to survive, and then all of a sudden, God just blesses me with a job out of nowhere. I had a school contact me, and they were like, "Oh, we found your application. You applied for this role at our school, and we wanted to interview you for the position." Imagine, to this day, I don't know where that application is. I don't remember sending no application to that school. I don't even, when they said the name of the school, I didn't even recognize it. So I was like, who sent application to you? It wasn't me, but praise God anyway. And I went for the interview and I got the job. And through that, I was able to secure where I'm living now. So what had happened, in 2020, because I'd lost my job through the pandemic, I had to move house. I was living in after I graduated from university, I was living in a studio apartment, beautiful studio apartment, where everything's kind of all in one room. It was very expensive though, for the price, for the size of the property, and for the location. It was very, very expensive considering those factors. So I knew that I was going to have to move, and I think with the pandemic and everything, tensions were already very high, and I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to move in the middle of a pandemic. But thank God I was able to find somewhere. And what happened is I ended up living in a house share. Now, I was very, very annoyed about this, because I was saying to myself, God, why? Like, I felt like I'd gone backwards. So I'd gone from living in this place where everything was mine to now living somewhere where I have to share I had to share a kitchen and living spaces. So the garden, the living room, all that kind of stuff. I had to share those kind of spaces. Thankfully, I had my own bathroom. It was an ensuite room that I had. But I felt like God was pulling me backwards. I'd just left university. I was ready to kind of start on my own and have my own space, and now I've gone back to a house share that looks very similar to where I was living at university. So I couldn't get my head around that. I was like, God, why would you allow this to happen to me? What I didn't realize is God was pulling me back to propel me forward. It's just, and pause. Let me tell you this. Sometimes God has to pull you back to propel you forward, like a bow and arrow. Pull you back to propel you forward. And that's I didn't see that then, but I see that now. And so in that season, at first I was a bit salty about it. I was like, this place, oh my gosh, I don't like it. I was grateful for the roof over my head, but I had so much. I was complaining about so much there. And I thought to myself, do you know what? I got up one morning, I said, God, firstly, I'm so sorry for being so ungrateful for this place. Thank you, Lord, for this roof over my head. And in the end, what I did is I went and what did I do now? I went into the kitchen and I started to clean the kitchen. I was like, Lord, I thank you for my apartment. I thank you. I started manifesting all of this thing. Obviously, my house, it wasn't my place, right? Everything wasn't my own, but I still sat there and I cleaned the countertop. I cleaned the house like it was mine, like it belonged to me, because I was expecting God to do something crazy in my life, and boy, didn't he just. So I was on a 6-month contract there. My lease was coming up. I was living with people who were they had, as my grandma would say, no abiding city. They had no morals or anything like that. Like some of my housemates they were on the phone till all hours of the night. Some of them were just didn't have any consideration. They were making love really loud and at all hours of the night and day. Oh my God. And it was like, I don't want to hear that. So I had a letter from the housing association. Was it a housing? No, it was an estate agent saying, would you like to extend your stay? Your contract is coming to an end. Please let us know if you would like to renew your contract. I was like, no way. Absolutely not. No way. So what I did is I started looking for places. I was online, on Rightmove, looking at different homes that I liked, trying to look within my budget. And I came to this place where I'm living now. I remember arriving at the front door, and the estate agent was waiting for me. She was doing like a group tour, so there was loads of other people viewing the properties, and she basically introduced herself, and she was like, oh, this is a 41-room property, blah blah blah. It's quite a big complex. And she was saying to me, we've got room 27 available, that's a studio flat. We've got room 23, that's a 1-bed apartment. And she was like, oh, and we've also got room 7 if you're interested. apartment 7 just down the corridor from 23. It just became available today. So if you're interested, I've left that door open for you to go and have a look in there as well. Cool, fine. My parents had come with me. They wanted to view the property with me. So we were walking around. We went into 27, a studio flat. I said, no, nah, no. It was too small, especially like with my desk. My desk wouldn't fit in there. My bed would not fit in there. So I was like, nah, it's not gonna work. Went to 23, similar issue there. It was a 1-bedroom apartment. Again, everything was quite small and compact, and I just knew my desk was not going to fit in there. The TV, the sofa, none of it was going to fit in there really, even my bed. So I wrote that one off. By this point, I'd written off the whole apartment. I was like, yeah, this isn't it. I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board and find somewhere else. And but then I remembered she said room 7, so I was like, okay, you know, whilst we're here, we might as well just take a look, right? So we walked down the corridor to apartment 7, and as I walked in, oh my gosh, no word of a lie, I had my family with me, and as we all walked in, all you heard was, it was beautiful, and I just knew, I was like, this is it, this is my home, this is it. And I could not, that weekend, I could not stop thinking about the apartment. I kept thinking about how beautiful it was and how I could see myself living there. And I started having dreams about it. I was like dreaming of myself living in that apartment. And my mum, she was like, you better get on it. You need to let the estate agent know now that you're interested. And I couldn't wait. I just could not wait for Monday to come so that I could call the office and let them know that I wanted to apply for the property. Now, the crazy thing about this is I was in a position where I could slap down a deposit there and then. Like, that's how good God had been to me. I could slap down a deposit and a holding fee there and then. And I remember filling out all the necessary forms, gave them my deposit, and they were like, okay, great, thank you very much, sign here, date there, and we'll put you through our checks. So what was next? Credit checks, right? I was nervous. Why? Because on their form they had a criteria, and on the criteria it had like your credit score and your salary. Your credit score had to be this much and your salary had to be this much. And I was like just shy of all of those criterias. I was just out of the bracket. So I don't know, say for example, you have to have a credit score of, I don't know, 690. My credit score was, I don't know, my credit score would have been 670. Like, I was just shy of it. And even the salary, they were saying that you have to be earning a certain amount in your salary, in your annual salary. And I think I was earning maybe 2k less than what they were asking for. So I was nervous, and I was like, God, I really love this place, and I've fallen in love with it. I really want to move in, but I don't meet the criteria. But I signed anyway. I dated it, and I gave them the forms and the fees. About a week or two later, I think it was a week later, they emailed me to say that I'd gone through all their checks, I'd passed the checks, and that the property was mine. Congratulations, and that I was able to move in. When I kid you not, like, I was like elated, over the moon. And when I tell you that what God has for you, if it's for you, nobody can. I didn't meet the criteria. I did not meet the criteria, and yet I passed all their checks. How? I don't know. But when I say to you, this is such a beautiful property, and I'm going to take you through it right now. We're going to, I did a video of the property when it was empty. So I'm going to show you that now. It's kind of partly empty because there's a bed. There was a bed in the bedroom. I don't know why. No one was living here before, so I'm not sure why there was a bed and, well, just furniture in the bedroom, but you'll see that in the video. But yeah, without further ado, let's jump into the empty apartment tour. So as you walk in through the front door, you have two doors on your right hand side, two cupboards. The first one, this door right here, is a storage cupboard. And initially I did have the storagey things in there, I guess, but now I've repurposed it as my walk-in closet, which again you'll be able to see in part 2 of this apartment tour. So moving on to the second door on your right, this is the utility cupboard. Down there is where the washing machine goes. You can see that there's plumbing for it. There we go. And that is the water heater. The whole building is run on electricity, so gas, there's no gas in the building. Lighting and water is all run off electricity. Moving on to the bathroom. Now this room for me has to be my favorite room in the house. I just think it looks so amazing. It just reminds me of a hotel. I love the tiling, I love the bathtub, especially coming from student accommodation where it was just a shower that you had. So yeah, I absolutely love this bathroom, and it's one of the places that people keep highlighting when they come and they visit. It really is the center of attention. A lot of people do like the bathroom in my apartment. Moving over here to the bedroom. So this is the part I was telling you about. There's a bed and a wardrobe in here. I don't know why there was furniture here. I was told there wasn't anyone living here, so I don't know why there was that random piece of furniture there. Windows have been blurred out just to conceal the location, for my safety, of course. But the room is a decent size. I love the neutral colours on the wall, the greys. Really kind of makes the room feel open without it kind of feeling too clinical with white paint. So I really liked the room, and it looks great now. Still a work in progress, but I do like how it's coming along. Over here on the wall is a control unit. This allows me to let people into the apartment through the intercom at the front door, and I can see them when they arrive. It also allows me to monitor the CCTV cameras, but we'll come back to that a little later on. So this is the kitchen. As you can see, this is where I'm currently sat now. Beautiful kitchen. I really did fall in love with the kitchen when I first saw it. As you can see, there's still some tools and things out on the side because they were still actually building and putting the finishing touches on when I was viewing the property. That is a TV unit there on the wall. It actually doesn't exist anymore. It's been removed by the landlord. But as you can see, it's a living dining space. It's so spacious, very open planned. It's beautiful. Again, I've concealed the windows so that you can't see the view, just for my own personal safety. But it's a penthouse apartment, so it overlooks the city, which is beautiful. And then moving on out of the living area, you can just see here the beautiful hallway. I love how spacious it is. And just coming back to this panel here, also I can make calls to other apartments here, and I can make emergency calls from that panel as well. This lovely mirror is not mine and was moved before I moved into the property. But here we go, just one more look at the hallway. I love the space, the length of it, the width of it is just beautiful. And I am really, really, really grateful to God just for blessing me with such a beautiful, beautiful property. And so with that, I just wanted to encourage you that whatever you're believing God for, if you're praying to God for a spouse, a house, a car, a job, full health, just believe and trust that whatever you pray to God for, He is faithful to answer those prayers. I am a living testimony, and there's going to be last year 2020 was just amazing. I had so many prayers answered left, right and centre, and I'm looking forward to sharing those with you this year, and just sharing those stories with you to encourage you. Don't lose hope, don't give up. Like, God is so faithful. I can't wait to show you this place, this beautiful place. Now that it's got some furniture in it, my sofas are in, my washing machine, all my appliances and things, my bed. Now that everything's in and I'm starting to kind of make this place feel like home, I cannot wait to show you the finished product. I'm going through a major life change at the moment, but once that's complete, I am so looking forward to showing you everything that's kind of gone down and everything that's gone on here. So you want to stick around for that. You're gonna want to stick around for part 2. So if you haven't done so already, hit that subscribe button and don't forget the notification bell so that you don't miss out on part 2 of this video. It's going to be so lit. It's going to be good. I can't wait to take you on this journey, and I can't wait to share with you all the other amazing things that have happened over the last 12 months or so. Like, I'm really living in this amazing season. So, you know, it's going to be fun. I've got some really fun content coming up. So join the family, subscribe, like and comment on this video. And also join me on Instagram. I am back on social media, although I'm only back on Instagram. I have Twitter, I don't really use it that much. I have Facebook, again, don't really use it that much. So if you want to connect with me on social media, the best way to do that is on Instagram at AaliyahJOfficial, and I will be more than happy to connect with you there as well. So until next time, stay safe, stay blessed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.